Hello, welcome back to the land of Kakiak. I am Laurel and I homeschool my 3 boys at home using the Robinson curriculum as the base of our education. My older 2 boys are working independently right now, and I just finished up doing some math with my preschooler, and I just wanted to show you what we have been doing lately and how it's working really well. So he's done, so he's now over there just playing. He's gotten something out of his toy chest over there, his little magnets. So before I cleaned up, I was like, I'll just pop on here and show you guys kind of our progression, what it's looking like, and how I love how minimal it is. Okay, so I've got my recipe tin that I use for all of our flashcards. So basically the heart of my preschool curriculum is really all in this box, really. So it all just starts with flashcards, and then we branch out from there. We always started with flashcards and playing memory. I'll just give you a brief catch up. So we worked for a long time with, just recognizing the numbers and tally marks, which we call, counting sticks, because we would use counting sticks at first. And then I also had that set of cards, comes with 4 cards for every number, because there was cards like this. So if they needed something to count, so this is a group of 10, and then 4 more is 14. So they had something to count if they needed to. But anyways, we're kind of past that. He's got his basic numbers memorized. He understands tally marks or groups of 5, and that helps him learn to count by 5s. And we would play memory a lot of times with the tally mark cards and the numerical cards, the numerals. But I would have him whenever we'd introduce a new number, we'd put our glitter glue on there, and he'd put his little finger around it, and let it dry. But then he can always, it's something textured. I know I've talked about this before, but it just works so well. It's worth repeating. Anyways, he's kind of getting up. He's got his numbers pretty well through 20. And we are kind of progressing to, and he understands the one-to-one relationship with counting and items. So I invested in this. I want to say it was about $25 for the number rod set. I'll link it for you down below. And the very first thing we did when we got this set, when we moved on, so once he had pretty well, understood up to 20, we practiced writing those numbers a lot, like on the chalkboard and whatnot. Then we got this kit. So the first thing we did the very first day, of course, we just reproduced, 1 to 10. And we reproduced that. And then we did a bunch of so find me a 2, so give me a 2. And we did a lot of stuff like this. We just played with it for a week or so, right? You can see that 2 ones is the same as 1, 2. So we would make numbers, and then we would trade the ones out. Because for a long time, he just wanted to count out individually, because that's what he's used to doing. So we'd say, give me 9. He'd want to get 9 of these. And so we just did a lot of trading, So 9 of these you could trade it out for 1 9. So that was the first thing we did, and he caught on to that concept pretty fast. So then we started with this, smaller numbers, building them that are over. And I did do the one for 10s. One day we did everything that makes 10. 2 5s made 10, right? Well, that's not a 10. So they could understand the part whole concept. So we worked on that a lot. Can trade, so 2 5s, the same as 1 10, and this is the first time I've started using the terminology plus 5 plus 5 equals 10. They're the same, right? Equal means the same. But we also did 9 and 1, right? And stuff like that. Okay. So yeah, obviously we're working on number sense. Okay, so then what we did was just a lot of, using the flashcards. We were using, these ones a lot of times. So we'd count up, what's that, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then find me an 8. We did a bunch of that. Today, we are playing War. So I just do this, and I've been trying to, because I want to work on the higher numbers. Just pull out whatever numbers, you could do this with lower numbers, whatever numbers you're working on. So I just pulled out 6 cards. And then the first thing I did, so I was using these ones because I wanted him to have a a visual representation of how much stuff is, because he's still kind of getting used to numbers above 20. But you know, we just did like this. We said 20. Okay, that's number 20. It's 10 and 10, right? Right, it's 20. And then which one's bigger, 20 or 21? 21. Is it smaller? Yes, it's 21, Bo. 21 is bigger. It is 20. So now we're working on, you know, sequential order of numbers, right? So we just did that, and we said, and we always go left to right. 17, right? You'd say 17. Is it bigger or smaller than 20? It's smaller.
Bigger.
It's not bigger.
It's smaller.
It is smaller. And
but
then
nice to see ya.
Nice to see ya. Anyway, so then he can start seeing physically that it's more, and we're matching those up. And then so we put them all in sequence, right? Then that was kind of our warm up, and then we did this where we flipped it over, and we each draw. He draws one for his side. He gets an 18, and I draw one. I get a 22. And then we would just make those numbers. And we always say start with the biggest number. So if it's more than 10, you always just start with 10 because that's the biggest one we have. 10, and he knows how to count to 10, 20. And then I need a 2, 22. And we discuss, this means this was the tens column. This means 2 10s and 2 1s, right? 10, 20, 21, 22. You can have them counted out. You can do that, and then you can have them count on these cards too if you have these. Anyways, and then after we each, you know, flip them over, flip them over, flip them over, and you can do longer. Today I just did 3 cards each. You could do 5 cards each, 10 cards each. Doesn't really matter. If you get going with too many cards, you'll run out of 10s, which can be fine. You just have to start using your 5s to build 10s or whatever, which is fine. But I'm just, at this stage, still keeping it pretty simple. Anyway, so then when we'd have all of our numbers out, then we turn them, and we go to battle, right? These two battle up. We'd say which one's bigger, 18 or 22, or which one's smaller, 18 or 22, however you want to word it. And then whoever, and you can switch back and forth. You don't have to always do the winner have the bigger one or the winner have the smaller one. You can alternate, doesn't matter. But then whoever wins that round, gets to keep the cards, and then we count up our cards. So here's my little mess to clean up, but it's nice, simple, and then you can go again, right? You can keep track of who's winning each round. Say you do 3 rounds, right? So best out of 3 is the overall winner. And of course, teach them their manners to shake and say good game and to be gracious winners and losers. Okay, well that's, now you're caught up on our preschool number sense. So for William, my 2nd grader, is starting division today. So we go back to our abacus flashcards. So this is where I always start when we're learning a new topic, is on the abacus. So we just talked about, reviewed that the abacus has place values. I didn't write them on mine, but actually on the little ones I wrote the first few. These are the 1s, the 10s, the 100s, and the 1000s, right, Will? And
they go to 1,000.
They go up to 1,000,000 at the top.
Oh.
Those are 10 millions up there. And remember, so 10 1s, when we regroup, right? 10 1s is equal to what?
Be 110.
110, right? So we just were reviewing that. So let's try our first one. So remember, this is what my cards say. Division is subtracting numbers repeatedly from the beginning amount. So you start out with the beginning amount, and we're subtracting them by a certain number over and over until we get to 0. Right? That would put them into equal groups, right? So we can track how many we have pulled out by using the top. The top is a way to keep track of how many groups we've made. Let's just get into it. So 9 divided by 3, Will. So start by let's put a 9. Right, good. Yeah, I'll put a 9 on mine. And what are we dividing it by? 3. So first we're going to subtract 3. So 1, 2, 3. So that was one group of 3, right? So you're gonna keep track of it. Good. Can I see you subtract out another group of 3? So we're dividing that up by 3s. Good. That's another group of 3s you made, and one more, right? 3 more. Now you're down to 0. So 9 divided by 3 equals what?
3.
3! Let's see if that's right. 3 groups of 3 to get through 9. Ding, ding, ding! Is that what yours looks like? Should be the number 3. Good job. Okay, we'll just do a couple more.
60 divided by 12.
All right. And Everett is buried in his Saxon.
Humongous.
And then Bo is writing humongous 2s. Okay, Bo, what did you draw?
I draw a 17.
17. Okay, can you make a 17 for me with your blocks?
Okay. Oh, yeah! This is a 10 and a 10.
So, what are you making?
17.
17. So you started with the biggest number, which was 10. And you need how many more?
17.
17. Good. Yeah, 17. This one means 1, 10, and 7 ones, which is what you have. So say 10 plus 7 equals
17.
17. That's right. Okay, last one is mine. What did I get?
You got 19.
19. So I'll start with the biggest number. Is there a 10 in here for me? So I got 10. And how many more do I need?
9.
9. 10 plus 9 is?
9.
19. Oh, you just destroyed it. Okay, now we're going to play war. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Battle 1. Okay, we're going to go head to head. I have 18. So turn your card. I have 18. Turn your card. You have, what do you have?
22.
I have 18. You have 22. Which one's more?
19? No, 22.
22 is more. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so we just throw those aside, and Bo gets won that battle. Okay, next battle. Okay, what do you have?
I have 10 and
20. Oops,
20
you lost one.
and 21.
You have 21, and what do I have?
20.
20. Which one's more?
31.
21.
21. So I get those.
Yeah. Ding, ding,
And
ding.
I get the cards too.
Okay, put your cards over here.
Okay.
And oh gosh, I'm losing. Okay, next battle. I've got 19, and you have?
17.
Which one's more?
19.
19 is more. Okay, I won this one. Okay, now let's count them up. Okay, I got 2. How many did you get?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Which one is more? 2 or 4? 4. So who won?
Me.
Yay! Give me a handshake.